On today's JMO with Josh and Joe, we have a packed show. A packed show. We start off with your 2024 NBA champions, the Celtics.
Boston Celtics.
Boston Celtics. We go through each game, game 1, game 2, game 3, game 4, and game 5. We talk about how I predicted it. No big deal. No big deal. We don't talk about it that much, though, right?
No, not metaphorically or, hypothetically.
Nothing.
Pat yourself on the back.
Yeah, nothing. No. Jaylen Brown wins Finals MVP. Congratulations. Then we get on to there's a couple of things in the NBA we get on to. The Dan Hurley rejected the Lakers contract.
Yep.
That was awesome.
Yep. Big win. Big win.
Big W. And the Pistons fire Monty Williams, which it was confusing. Well, listen in and you'll see why we thought it was a little confusing. Then we go into the U.S. Open. Congrats to Bryson DeChambeau.
Hell of a U.S. Open.
Awesome U.S. Open. Awesome golf tournament. What we all wanted. The greens being wild. The Sunday. All of it. And we get into the hot dog eating contest. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to be completely honest. Going into that segment, I was unsure of how I felt. Coming out of that segment, I am 100% sure how I feel.
Very certain after that.
Very certain. Then we get into some NHL talk. I think we mostly just talk about the tits girl, right?
Tits girl in a Game 7.
In a Game 7, yes. So we won a
Game 7.
We love. Tits in Game 7. We're very simple guys. Tits in Game 7. That's it. That's all we need. We do a little bit of NFL talk. Bill Belichick has a new girlfriend.
Yep.
Go into that. We don't go too far into that, but we go into that.
Mm-hmm.
Trevor Lawrence has a new contract.
Yep.
Contract extension, I'm sorry. We kind of work things out a little bit, right?
Yep. How he resets the market.
He does reset, and it seems like every quarterback kind of resets the market, right?
Yeah, continuous trend.
Yeah, go into details on that. There's also a little nugget of information that Joe told me that's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
Tune in for that. Then we go into college baseball. College baseball is electric. I don't care what any fucking person on the planet says. It's one of the most electric college games of all time.
Yeah.
It's awesome. It's incredible. Conor McGregor bails out, shocker, and then we end off with a little LSU former coach suing the university.
Strange lawsuit.
It's a little weird.
But all right, let's rock and roll.
Welcome to JMO, Josh and Joe. It is Wednesday, Juneteenth, and Joe, the Boston Celtics are your NBA Finals champions.
For league record-setting 18th time.
18 times they already were ahead of the Lakers. Let's be honest, that Mickey Mouse ship in 2020 doesn't fucking count.
Yeah, but does all the championships back when the plumbers and, carpenters were playing?
Yes.
Those count?
Yeah, well, they also weren't in a bubble.
Okay, they weren't in a bubble.
They weren't in a bubble.
There was no COVID at the time. COVID had not been discovered.
Well, they hadn't been created.
Okay.
If you look at it, there were teams that were trying to get out of the bubble because they hated it so much. So yeah, congrats to Boston. You still have the lead in championships. 18. That's insane. Congratulations to the Boston Celtics. Congratulations specifically to Jaylen Brown, MVP. Fucking awesome. Honestly, it was actually more of a toss-up during Game 5 than I thought it would be. It was honestly, Jason Tatum had better odds to win MVP going into it.
Yeah. Do you think that the defensive stats were taken into account in the defensive performance? Because, Jaylen Brown had a hell of a defensive performance during the finals.
Dude, I think his block in game 1 or game 2, one of those, I can't remember. He had an insane block game one of those games. Yeah, I know, I agree. Did you see he held the trophy up with his left hand?
He did. He rediscovered his left hand, or having a left hand, which, you know what? Hey, that's what we told him. He listened to the criticism and, found his left hand, and then he won himself a championship and an MVP.
Yeah, MVP. Although I don't want to, rain on his parade because I love Jaylen Brown. I don't know. He's just kind of that guy that's, in the shadow of Jason Tatum almost sometimes. So I'm glad he got his shine. But, the NBA Finals MVP isn't that great. It's not like you're the best player of the playoffs.
What, did Iggy ruin it?
No, it wasn't like Iggy ruined it, but, there was, who else? There was another guy in, recently that won it that just wasn't the best player on the team or the best player in the playoffs. And if you look at it, Jason Tatum was the best player in the playoffs. It was just all the Finals MVP is the it's just the guy who plays the best in the during that series. That's it.
Yeah, I mean that's typically what it is accounted for. But yeah, Jaylen Brown's stats were 22 points first game, 21, 30, 10, and 21.
Right.
So I mean he did good, but I think Jason Tatum got him 3 out of 5 games.
But I think that this is also based on electric plays. Brown had some fucking electric plays.
Yeah.
Throughout the entire season. It was awesome. Brad Stevens, GOAT in the making. I think GOAT GM. We can go ahead and say he's starting his run here.
Yeah. This is my booger moment, but Booger McFarland.
Booger McFarland. He's
just
an analyst for ESPN.
to elaborate, so it's not other boogers reference, but yeah, the Celtics were a better team. They matched up well. They were just the better team.
It's kind of wild that the team that was favored to win the finals won the finals.
Yes.
Wow, that's mind blowing, dude. Insane. I would have never guessed it. I would have never bet it. Oh, wait, I did. And guess what? I also said Boston in 5.
Yeah, I was about to say, you guessed it exactly right.
I predicted it.
That was pretty impressive.
Also, I'm going to take a victory lap on this one because Luka fucking pissed me off. So, I was heavy on Boston.
Yeah, also the refs. He pissed the refs off as well.
Yes. Well, when you bitch every fucking time, man, you play pickup basketball or you play rec league basketball.
Yeah.
If you bitch at the refs, they're not going to like you.
Oh yeah, you're not going to get the calls. And I mean, the thing is even the NBA, the most professional refs, they're still human. If you bitch them out, they're gonna be like, okay, this little son of a bitch.
Yeah, no, and they're humans with bigger egos.
Oh yeah.
So they're like the Scott Fosters of the world. You bitch at him, he's gonna come back at you even harder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because in their mind, they know the rule book way better than you do, and they probably do.
They definitely do.
So if you try to bitch them out for not knowing the rule book, something that they are professionally well versed in, they're gonna take offense to it.
Exactly. Yeah. It's oh fuck you. It's like when a patient goes to a doctor and tries to tell them what's wrong with
their body,
when the doctor's I literally went through 12 years of school to learn this, but okay, yeah, sure, you tell me.
Yeah, exactly.
That's exactly what it is. Yeah, that was good. I do feel bad for Marcus Smart.
It's tough.
He's the big loser in this because he helped created that culture and basically he was a part of all those teams that were in the Eastern Conference Finals, and he just wasn't there. I mean, this was all Brad Stevens, but I mean, obviously he made the right moves, bringing in KP and Drew Holiday. But a little part of me feels bad for Marcus Smart.
Yeah, no, it's tough. It's tough because it almost has seemed as if they brought in the same caliber type of player as Drew Holiday. So it wasn't like they replaced you with some superstar that was they replaced him with an equivalent. Sort of.
Okay, yes. Kind of an equivalent. I see what you're saying there.
Defensive prowess type of guy.
But I think Drew Holiday's a little bit better on the offensive end.
Oh, definitely.
Like, a lot better. Dude,
I think he's better on the little things type of thing, or like maybe not the big offensive stats. He did blow up for 26 points in game 2. Yeah, but it was like those offensive rebounds in the last minutes of the fourth quarter that he just comes clutch in. Mm-hmm. It's just those little things, and he's
effort.
Yeah, the effort.
Well, I'm not saying Marcus Smart didn't have effort, but like Jalen or Drew Holiday just puts in more.
Yeah, maybe like the basketball IQ, like just being in the right place at the right time, just maybe a little higher IQ. Not saying that like Marcus Smart is a smart, IQ basketball player, but like Drew Holiday maybe just has a little bit more.
A little better, a little higher IQ.
A little higher IQ.
Little bit. Yeah. All right, let's get to the games. I'm not going to lie, this kind of sucked.
It was a little boring.
If you look at it from like an objective view and like I don't know. It kind of sucked, man. It kind of sucked. I was hoping, like, obviously I had my game 5 bet, and I had my Boston future. But like, part of me didn't want like real sports to end. Like, I wanted a game 6 and a game 7. Fortunately, we have hockey.
We're high on game 7s.
Game 7.
We've mentioned this plenty of times in the show.
Game 7s are. It's what we live for. It's the best. It's like you win a game 7. It's like it's all or nothing. That's when like you throw in everyone. It doesn't matter if Kristaps Porzingis has one leg. You throw him in. But yeah, let's go. Let's do game 1. We'll go game 1, game 2, game 3, game 4, and game 5. Game 1. I call this the Kristaps Porzingis game.
Yeah,
this was electric. Fucking. Awesome block on a fast break against the Mavs, which is chucking up threes.
Yeah,
just making them.
Like they didn't have like anybody on the Mavs. They were doing switch offs, and like no one on the Mavs that they were switching off could even scratch the surface of the height that he had. So he was just shooting over people.
Yeah, no, it's a complete mismatch. Like he is. If they can keep him healthy all next year, I think they can run him back. If they can bring back Horford because he's in the final year of his contract. If I'm Hal Horford, you ride out in the sunset, right? You just ride I think that's normally what people would do, right?
Yeah, I mean, you're one of the few players that have a college national championship and also an NBA Finals.
Yeah.
So I think you ride out into the sunset.
But what?
I was going to say, but he's taking care of his body so well that he's kind of he could Tom Brady it, or he could LeBron James it and just kind of keep going.
Also, this team is built to win again next year.
Yes.
So,
again, props to Brad Stevens.
Yes. Well, yeah, of course. I had to put my goat in the making for Brad Stevens. I've been a big Brad Stevens fan since Wichita State. It was Wichita State, right?
No, it was Butler.
Butler. That's right. Kyrie was non-existent in game 1. He
was kind of non-existent for a lot of the series, except for game 4. Which,
no, it was game 3.
Game 3,
that's when he had 35 points.
That's right.
Yeah.
He did.
So for each game I went through and I gave them this was the Kristaps Porzingis game.
Okay, yeah.
And then I got a game 2, game 3, game 4. But Luka played well. It's just like you need Kyrie and Luka both to play well.
That's how their team was built.
If they're gonna win, both of those guys need to account for at least 65 points.
Mm-hmm.
In maybe not every game, but in the finals, yes, you need that. That's what you need.
Yeah.
Also, this is a problem because Boston had 6 players, I think. Yeah, 6 players in double digits. If you cover one, they have another guy that'll come. If you cover that guy, they have another guy that'll come. It's just there's too many guys. Boston, if you ever want to do a guy off or whatever, Boston's gonna win. Boston's gonna win every fucking time. I do love it. It was 63-42 at halftime. Terrible way to fucking kick off a NBA Finals.
Yeah.
It was just.
Well, it just seemed like they were outmatched. And so basically, it's a series, though. Like, I wanted to see what was going to happen, what was the adjustments that were going to be made, because basically the way that they rode through the playoffs and into the finals was basically the pick and roll action, and there was getting other guys kind of involved, but the two superstars were leading the way. And it just seemed like they were like, all right, we're going to knock out Luka, we're going to take Luka out, and then we're also going to take everybody else from the pick and roll alley-oop game and try to get them to beat us, like, isolation ball.
Right. Well, Luka actually played well. He had 30 plus points. He did say after the game, this is something I keep up here. He said either you lose or you win.
He had his Booger McFarlane moment. That was a big Booger McFarlane moment right there.
Either you lose or you win.
Yeah.
You nailed it, Luka. You nailed it. That was perfect.
And you know what? You'd give him the benefit of the doubt because he's from a foreign country.
Oh, yeah. English is his second language.
A little bit of a language barrier. But then when you see him out on the court and he's, smack talking everybody, he looks fluent, like absolutely fluent in English.
He has no problem speaking.
No, he had no problem at all. But, when he's in the interviews, in the press conferences, he's just like, he's kind of, slow on his words and stuff like that. So normally I would take that as like, oh, man, he's just, a little language barrier issue there. But nope, not on the court.
No, we could that could be a meme. We could make that a meme. All right, let's get to game 2. It was a little more exciting. I think it was, a 6-point game or something like that. I call this the Drew Holiday game.
Yep.
This was when our boy came out, and it was beautiful. God, it was awesome. He deserves it too. I call it the Drew Holiday game, even though Luka Doncic had a triple double.
Yep.
If you watch it, you can tell it was more of a Drew Holiday game than a Luka, because Luka was just doing what Luka does. It wasn't like Luka was going at like doing anything crazy or whatever. But Drew Holiday was making shots. I think. Hang on, I want to look up the stats. He, what did he have?
Oh, he was the go-to guy for Jason Tatum.
Yeah, he was 11 for 14.
Yep.
He's the reason Jason Tatum had double-digit assists.
Yep, 12 assists.
Yeah, exactly. He was 11 for 14. He wouldn't miss. It was awesome. Let's see. They had. Okay. All right, so this is my theory. Game 2 was the game that kept Jason Tatum from winning MVP.
Really?
The Finals MVP.
Okay.
Because look, he was 6 of 22 from the field, 1 of 7 from 3, and the only reason, like, granted, he almost had a triple double. Even though he almost had a triple double, he didn't have a triple double. 12 assists. I'd say a good 6 or 7 of them were to Drew Holiday.
Oh, of course.
Like he played out of his mind today. And I think it was mostly because like a lot of it was because it was uncharacteristic of Drew Holiday.
Yep.
Like Jason Tatum should be getting over 20 points a game, right?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Right. He only had 18. He should be having double-digit assists. He's your star player. This is what he should be doing. But 6 of 22. 6 of 22.
Bad percentage.
1 of 7 from 3. This is the game that lost Jason Tatum's Finals MVP.
Yeah, because if you think about it, they're looking at the cumulative final series stats, and that hurts. That's going to put your average lower.
That's what hurt him. Yeah. And I know I had a buddy of mine. He bet a little bit on Drew Holiday to win MVP, and
outside shot.
Yeah, it was an outside shot.
Yeah,
he would have had to score like 60 in that game.
I think he's a pivotal part of them winning the championship.
100%.
But MVP, that's a tough one. But hey, we saw Andre Iguodala.
That was the dumbest thing I've ever seen. That should have been Steph Curry's MVP, even though Steph Curry didn't play very well. That should have been Steph Curry's MVP.
Oh, absolutely.
Anyways, let's get to Game 3. I call this the Kyrie Irving game.
Really?
Yes. Even though they lost. Kyrie, this was his finally his coming out game. He finally came, 35 points, 13-28, 4-6 from 3-point, 5-5 free throws.
It wasn't the Luka fouling out game?
No. Well, yeah, it was the Luka fouling out game. It was. That's a fact.
Yeah. It both can simultaneously be true.
Yes. But I think, as just in my opinion, it was the Kyrie Irving game.
Yeah, because, he already was up there in points before Luka got fouled out.
I would have dubbed this the Jason Tatum game if he had put up the same amount of rebounds and assists that he did in Game 2.
Okay.
He had 31 points, but he only had 6 rebounds, 5 assists.
Gotcha.
If he had put up close to a triple-double, it would have been the Jason Tatum game. Again, if he would put up a triple-double here, it would have probably increased his chances of winning Finals MVP.
Mm-hmm.
Finally, all right. So Kristaps Porzingis didn't play, and they still won. So that was good.
Yeah, that was a big win.
Honestly,
I think this was the most demoralizing win for
loss
for the Mavs.
Yes, I agree. It was a 7-point game, which I think it was a 7-point game in Game 2, right? There was 2 7-point games.
Yep.
Yeah,
but you can kind of swallow that one a little bit better because you're away. You're not at home. This one, you're at home. Luka fouls out. It's tough. That was tough to swallow.
Well, the Mavericks also had a pathetic third quarter.
Yep.
That was awful. Boston scored 35 and the Mavericks scored 19. Is what I think I'm seeing. Yeah,
that's tough.
Yeah, you can't come back from that. Even though they had a decent fourth quarter, you can't come back from that. Jaylen Brown had a good game, 12 of 22, 30 points, 8 rebounds, 8 assists.
MVP caliber.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, anytime you see 30 points, that's
he did have a clutch shot at the last part of that game. It was the kind of a 20-foot mid range.
I wouldn't say it was clutch. I wouldn't say it was clutch. I would say it was more of a dagger. Because you know what I'm saying? It would be clutch if it was it was close. I think it was kind of a dagger that put the game away.
That's correct terminology. Yes.
Because the first half was awesome. First half was great. It was I think it was a 1-point game. I think.
Yeah.
After the first half, and then they kind of ran away with it in the third quarter.
And a dagger can be considered clutch, but clutch really is more to identify coming back.
Yeah, coming back or sealing the deal.
Exactly.
You're that's a win. That's a win. W. Yeah. So Ray Allen. Ray Allen in whatever year that was, where he made that shot in Game 6 to beat the Spurs to force it to Game 7.
A walk-off shot.
Yeah, walk-off shot. Pretty much. Done. Yeah. This was one of those games where Luka scored, I think, maybe 2 points in the fourth quarter. Yeah, that's your star player, bro. You gotta come through. I know he had 27 points, but
you got to do a little better than
2
that.
points in the fourth quarter? Come on, Luka. Fuck you. I'm out on Luka. I'm still out on Luka. He bitches way too much. Let's see. Game 4. This was the Tim Hardaway game. The Tim Hardaway game. And it's weird because they both obviously the Mavericks killed them, but Tim Hardaway, this is the reason. He went 5 from 7 from the field.
Okay.
He also went 5 from 7 from 3.
It
was all 3. He
all
just
3-pointers.
He just chucked up threes. It was like what's that guy? Oh my God, the guy from the team that beat Kentucky.
That beat Kentucky
in the NCAA tournament. Jeff Golke or. Yeah,
Golke. Yeah. I know what you're talking about. He was from that team in Michigan that sounds like they were from somewhere else.
Sounds like they're from California, I think, or something out west.
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't remember. Anyways.
It sounds like a long time ago.
Yeah.
Sports world? Yeah.
Yeah, it really is. The sports calendar. But yeah, no, Tim Hardaway Jr. Yeah, I know.
Oakland.
Oakland, yes, Oakland. It does sound like they're from California. Yeah, exactly. The thing here is Jason Tatum had 15 points, 4 of 10 from the field, 1 of 4 from 3-point. this also didn't look good for Jason Tatum. Like I also think, I know that like teams like to say they didn't quit during the game, but Boston, after the first quarter, they were like, all right, let's bring this back to Boston.
Yeah.
Right? Like, we can go ahead and say that.
Yeah, you really saw their attitude on the court and their mentality and just like the effort level.
Dude, they had 35 points in the first half.
Like all the game 1, 2, 3, and 5 all mirrored each other, and game 4 was just like completely different Celtics.
100%.
It's like the Detroit Pistons actually went and dressed out for the Celtics. Basically.
We'll talk a little bit about the Pistons later, because of the Monty Williams firing, but. Yeah, no, you're right. It really did look like the Detroit Pistons went out there. All right, let's get to game 5. This was actually the Jason Tatum game for me.
Okay.
Jason Tatum was lights out, 11 of 24. He was 1 for 7 from 3, but he also had 11 assists, 8 rebounds, and not all of those assists were to Drew Holiday.
Okay.
This time
He found other players.
Yes. It sucks because this game, all right, it's good for me. Subjectively, it was a good. Objectively, it sucked. Like this game was never in doubt. Like you knew Boston was gonna win from the first quarter. Like
honestly, I could have lived with maybe just like a close, hard-fought game that was maybe got down to the wire to the last shot. But, like, I don't know. This was just when the most exciting part of the game is, Pritchard's halftime shot, which he also did in the third quarter at a buzzer beater in game 2 as well. But, yeah, when that's your most exciting part of the game and the biggest storyline is Derek White getting his face, smashed by Lively, Derek Lively. Yeah, this isn't a good game.
No, I literally have that written down. Look, Pritchard half-court shot was the most entertaining part.
Yes, I think everybody thought that.
Yeah, it was kind of wild because what was it? It was 67-46 at halftime. 67-46 is a tough number. I think, what was it? It would have been 64-46. Yeah, that's still not good.
Yeah.
That's still terrible. But yeah, anytime the opposing team drains a half-court shot at halftime, you just go into the locker room down. You're automatically down, even if you're up. So it ended up being a little bit of a stinker. Like, it was a good NBA season. Like, I had fun.
Yeah, it was a good season.
I had fun watching it.
Not bad. I like the playoffs this year. I think this year's playoffs overall as a whole was good. I think
it jump-started a new type of NBA. Like we've talked about it multiple times, but like the superstar teams, and all of that, they're kind of done. It's more like the homegrown teams, which is what we wanted to see. So and I think this was like a big step forward in that. And I think we're going to see more. Yeah, I think we're going to see more and more of that moving forward, which I'm completely here for. Boston's one of those teams. I wouldn't say they were completely homegrown because they brought in pieces, but like it was a team win for Boston. They were. It was like I said, they just have guys.
The biggest example of a big three this year was probably Bradley Beal, Devin Booker, and Kevin Durant, and we saw how they did.
Exactly, it was terrible.
Yeah,
it was terrible. Yeah, I there's not really many, like, you have the big two at the Lakers with Anthony Davis and LeBron James. You see how that did. It's not good. Last year it wasn't good.
But the Boston Celtics subbed out Marcus Smart. They ended up getting Drew Holiday. They brought in Kristaps Porzingis, who honestly, was good. Don't get me wrong, but he actually hadn't lived up to his hype. Like, I feel like this was probably a stellar year for him this year. He had some good breakout years leading up.
He was also injured. He had some problems.
Yeah. So, but I wouldn't say they were big signings like what we saw from the Suns.
Right. So yeah, congratulations to Boston Celtics. Number 18. I'm not gonna lie, the Jason Tatum, he Did you see him at after the game? He tried to do the Kevin Garnett.
Oh yeah.
He said instead of anything is possible, he said we did it. It was the most cringeworthy thing of all time.
Yeah.
You can't try and do that. Like Kevin Garnett, when he said it, it was authentic. Mm-hmm. You were just copycatting.
I think he copycatted a lot of things. He also did the Michael Jordan, or was it Kobe Bryant?
Both of them
the
did.
trophy picture.
Both of them did that. He did the Steph Curry thing.
Yeah, but his most iconic picture was honestly with him and his son.
Yeah,
whenever he threw his son up.
With Deuce.
And he.
That was the only authentic picture.
I know, like that was amazing because actually the back shot of it is like the confetti, coming down. It was like an awesome picture, but that's not the one he was like trying to like emulate. Like he was actually just being himself.
Yes, and that should be a lesson to everyone moving forward.
Yeah.
Be yourself. Just be authentic.
Quit with the Stephon Diggs pictures of looking at the post-game celebration of the opposing team. Like, we're sick of them. Like, we've already seen it before.
Exactly. Do something new. Like, his picture with Deuce was awesome.
Look, if you want to emulate the GOATs on their play style, how they approach the game, I'm all here for it. But when it comes to the celebration, be yourself. Mm-hmm. That's what we want to see.
Yes. Yeah. You got anything else on the NBA Finals?
That's it.
Caps off a decent. It was an entertaining finals. I don't know. I feel like the NBA has been you don't get too many Game 7s.
Yeah.
It's a lot of blowouts, but when you sacrifice defense for more scoring, you're going to get more blowouts.
Yeah.
I hope that maybe we can kind of trend back in the direction we were in the 90s so we can get some closer games. But that's just me.
Yeah.
A lot of people like the scoring. It's good for fantasy. But yeah, let's move on to get some other NBA news. Dan Hurley rejects the Lakers offer. Let's fucking go.
Thank God.
Let's fucking go. All is right with the world. Dan Hurley belongs in college basketball.
Huge W for college basketball.
Yes, 100%. And the Lakers threw him $10 million a year or something like that.
Oh, they threw the bag at him.
Oh, it was insane. And to coach the Lakers, that's a all right. Was that a bigger W for college basketball or a bigger L for the Lakers?
Because I'm gonna side with college basketball. Big W for college basketball. And I think for the future of it, future coaches, it's hey, the NBA isn't the end all for you. Even the greatest storied program like the Lakers, that's not the end all. And I think it'll retain some of those coaches. That way we can get those big time coaches like Rory Williams, Coach K, Jim Boeheim.
And to stick around because Coach K also rejected the Lakers offer too.
Yep.
But that's kind of a big L for the Lakers, man.
I mean, I can see that too.
You're supposed to be the fucking job, the epitome of a coaching job in basketball. Period.
Yeah, in college basketball terms, it's the blue blood of the NBA.
Yeah, they are, and I mean JJ Redick is I think he's a very good option. I think I do think that the Lakers might have used him in the beginning to maybe, I don't know, make it seem like the Lakers job was a lot more, I don't know,
prestigious, kind of leverage it to their advantage.
More attractive.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll see. It is also tough because, I mean, if you look at the Lakers coaching history the last 5 years, it's been 3 coaches in 5 years?
Something like that.
Yeah, it's insane. It's stupid. But yeah, good. This is a W for all of college basketball fans.
Yeah, I hated seeing coaches like Billy Donovan and Brad Stevens. Now I know Brad Stevens has made his way as a GM in the league.
I think that was
successful.
I think that was his ultimate goal. Though.
Yeah,
it wasn't to coach in the NBA. It was to become a GM because he's perfect at it.
And also, GMs stay longer, as we notice, and probably with our next headline from the NBA.
What?
Monty Williams getting fired.
Oh yeah, Monty Williams getting fired from the Pistons.
Yeah.
Oh, it one seat, but also when you go 14 in 56 or whatever it was, I don't know, 58 or whatever, I don't know. Monty Williams is just not a good coach.
Yeah, but at the same time, is it him or is it the Pistons? I mean, I don't think the Pistons are a great team. And I mean, he also came in with the expectation, like coming in for a 6-year or 5-year deal. Like, hey, this is going to be a rebuild process. We're going to give you time to do that. So he was playing the long game rather than, the short game.
And you think they just didn't give him a chance to implement a system?
Yeah, I think
he wasn't good in New Orleans.
He's all right.
I don't think so.
He was pretty good at the Suns.
He was okay. Yeah, he was all right at the Suns.
Point is, though, the fired coach is still the best occupation to have because he got $20 million from the Suns and he's getting $65 million from the Detroit Pistons. He's getting $85 million to not coach.
To not coach, yeah. Honestly, you're right. The fired
coaches is the highest paid occupation. Should be.
Just
probably.
Ask Jimbo Fisher.
Yeah, exactly.
It's insane. You get paid millions and millions of dollars to not work.
Yes.
It's great. That's like every American's dream.
Yeah.
All right, so my only thing is, why did they wait so long? Why did they wait till after the finals to fire Monty Williams?
The timing's weird.
It is weird. Like,
it's a weird timing.
You fire him after the season.
Yes.
Why? What was the reason that it took so long?
Now you put your general manager in a predicament with the NBA draft coming up, and now he's got to go get himself a coach.
Yeah.
So,
and you're also competing against the Lakers head coaching job.
Yep. Also the Cleveland Cavaliers.
No, JB Bickerstaff's still there.
No, he's fired.
He got fired?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, you remember that?
But all right, so the Hornets, they got Charles Lee.
Yep.
The Nets got Jordy Fernandez. Budenholzer went to the Phoenix Suns.
Yep.
So they got all of those guys out of the way.
So
you weren't even in contention for those guys because you waited for so long.
The talent pool's depleting.
Yeah. So again, I ask, what took so long? You knew you were going to fire him. He won 14 games last year. Y'all were the laughing stock of the NBA. I don't know.
No, I agree. Nothing changed from the end of the season until now.
No, nothing. Not one thing. At least for them. You got anything else in the NBA?
That's about it.
Okay. All right. Let's get to the U.S. Open. We decided, since there was so much shit we had to talk about today, we did not do an OT dish. We might not do one for a little while. I don't know. We'll talk about this at the end of the show. But let's get to the U.S. Open. This might have been my favorite. This is probably my favorite tournament so far this year.
The U.S. Open?
The U.S. Open this year, yeah. Bryson DeChambeau, congratulations. That he won his second U.S. Open, joining, 23 different players, including Brooks Koepka. This was, if you're a golf guy, this was golf. Sunday was golf porn.
Yeah.
That was it. That was the epitome of what you want to see from golf every single major.
Oh, yeah.
It was like Rory was up by 2, massive choke on 16. Bryson DeChambeau with that incredible bunker shot at 18, and then the putt to win it all.
Yeah.
It was everything you want. Okay. Also, I don't think that's Bryson DeChambeau. I have a theory.
You don't think that's Bryson DeChambeau?
Right, yeah. So he is so from what we saw 3 or 4 years ago, that Bryson DeChambeau, you remember the little punk that was complaining about ants on his ball?
Okay.
Ants by his ball?
Yeah.
Yeah. This is a completely different Bryson DeChambeau. He switched personalities. That's why I don't think it's the same Bryson DeChambeau. I think they Men in Blacked him, and he just became a new person. So not just completely erased his memory. I think he is a different person, but in the same skin.
So he's an alien, but in Bryson DeChambeau's skin.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he looks a little different. He acts a little different. He acts so different. What do you like? He had a personality change or something.
Okay.
It's weird. I don't know. He's animated. I hated Bryson DeChambeau back in the day, but like I find myself kind of liking him a little bit.
So I guess maybe like the Live tournament, like is it maybe the Saudis have something to do with this? Maybe they like switched up his body whenever he went to the Live tour,
or maybe just a lot of money makes people happy.
Maybe
money doesn't buy happiness, but maybe it does.
Yeah, he is also doing TikToks now.
Well, he's always been on social media, right?
Yeah,
doing his workout videos and shit.
Yeah, but he did like more of like a funny TikTok. So like they have the trend where it's like they do the different workouts.
Oh, he's doing content creation.
Yeah, he's doing content creation. Yeah,
I can respect that.
So yeah, you could be right. It might be just a new Bryson DeChambeau.
No, it's an alien.
Yeah, or an alien.
It's an alien in him. He's so stiff. I mean, like every time you see every shot he takes, he's so stiff. Like in Men in Black 1, that little bug or whatever.
Doesn't know natural human functions.
Yeah, it's just so stiff.
Okay.
So that's my theory.
Got it.
We'll see. I mean, it might take technology a while to figure it out, but
yeah.
One reason I love this is the course won.
The course. Oh yeah, the course definitely
won.
did.
It was like it apparently like I heard one guy, I can't remember who it was, so I can't shout him out, but there was one guy that was saying that basically trying to hit the greens from the fairway was like trying to hit an upside down bowl.
Oh, really?
Because like it was just like the greens were levitated and they were hard and they were fast.
I was about to say they got harder and faster as the tournament went on.
There was no rain, no nothing. So like they were levitated, fast, hard. You had to like pinpoint your fucking irons.
Yeah.
And it was like guys that are normally really good with irons that were shaky as fuck because they like a lot of times people just laid up or went to the side just so that they can chip up onto it.
Yep.
Because it was so hard.
Yeah. Scotty didn't have a good US Open.
No, he did not.
Yeah.
Maybe he likes a softer course.
Maybe.
I don't know. He's so hard now. He went to jail.
That's true. That's very true.
It was wild. There was only 8 guys below par.
Yes, there was only 8 guys that finished under par, and 21 players that made the cut finished 10 plus.
That's wow.
Yeah.
10 plus?
Yeah.
You love to see it. You don't want to see that every week.
No.
But you'll love to see it.
You want to see some tough courses every now and then. We can't have like, gosh, what was the tournament before? There was the tournament before where Xander got his first
PGA Championship,
where they were just scoring left and right. Mm-hmm. That's a high offensive game.
Yeah,
which we want to see sometimes, but we don't want to see it all the time.
I love that.
Yes, we do love seeing that sometimes, but we don't want to see it all the time.
Right,
we want to see some tough courses.
You like to see putts go in that are birdies.
Yes.
Yeah. But you also like to see like people try and save par to stay in the lead.
Exactly.
So, and then I just want the Masters to continue to be the Masters.
Yeah, don't change that.
Don't change that.
Don't change it at all.
Nothing. Let's see. You got anything else on the U.S. Open?
No, that's about it.
It was good. It was fun. It was. I was very, very, very happy with that.
Yeah, I did like the Rory memes that came out of him like staring out in the window with his like ripped polo.
Uh-huh. He did not. He didn't talk to the media or anything afterwards. He just left.
He got in his car and he left.
Yeah.
And that's just uncharacteristic of people, after a golf tournament.
I guess so. All right, let's move on. This is a hot topic that I wanted to talk about. So, Joey Chestnut is not going to be competing in the hot dog competition on July 4th.
It's a sad day for America.
Here's the thing. I don't know what to think about it.
Okay.
Because the whole reason, do you know the reason he's not going to be competing?
So he signed an endorsement with Impossible Foods, who is the creator of Impossible Meats.
Right. and it's I guess a vegan thing.
Yeah, it's kind of like a plant-based, but also they have like an ingredient that they substitute. It's like a scientifically synthesized meat called like hemi or something like that.
Did they put they put like insects in it and shit?
I didn't hear any like the maggots. I didn't hear if this was a maggots thing. It's not a maggots thing.
Not a maggots thing. Okay. Do you think? My question is: do you think that Joey Chestnut knew when he signed that deal that he was going to be banned from the hot dog eating contest?
No, I don't think so.
You don't think so?
Well, he doesn't have a contract with Nathans or MLE. I'm sure he was probably like, yeah, this might be a hot topic, but I don't think he thought he was going to get banned.
Okay. I mean, because, like, here's the thing. It's Major League Eating. It's not like everybody's going to be, like, throwing loads and loads of money at you.
Yeah. And I mean, Major League Eating, he eats all sorts of stuff. I mean, he also does the Fat Boys Pizza. He eats, like...
raw eggs?
Yeah, he does a lot of food challenges.
I mean, not raw eggs. Boiled eggs?
Yeah, he does a lot of food challenges that are different from hot dogs.
Yeah,
so.
It's not like it's all meat or anything. That's why I'm confused. I'm confused that, like, he's getting banned. It's like... He did an ice cream fucking challenge.
Yeah.
An ice cream challenge the other, like a couple weeks ago. Why is this? Why is this all of a sudden? Like, all right, you know what? I was torn, but now that I'm talking to you, I'm against Major League Eating. Fuck them for banning Joey Chestnut. I'm Team Joey Chestnut.
Yeah, because I mean,
he just wanted to get his bag.
He wanted to get his bag. They're like I said, there was no contract. It's something that he stated on his Instagram page that they're changing the rules apparently to have him banned because of this.
Are they really?
Yes. According to his Instagram. And the thing is, he's done hamburger challenges. Wouldn't that be a rival against hot dogs?
Yeah.
I mean, that's been a rival like as old as time in America.
Right. Exactly.
I mean, hamburgers and hot dogs. What's your favorite?
Hot dogs. And it's not like Impossible Meats just does hot dogs. They do hamburgers. They do all sorts of fucking things.
Yeah.
Why? It's okay. Yep. You know what? I'm not watching it.
Yeah.
I've watched it for every year for the past like 4 years, I think.
Yeah.
5 years.
And like they were trying to compare it to like Michael Jordan, if like since he had his endorsement deals with Nike, if he was like, oh, I'm gonna do Adidas as well, and it's like, no,
that's
this
not
is not the equivalent.
Not even close.
No,
not even close. All right. Well, are you gonna watch it?
Watch what?
The hot dog eating contest.
Well, it's pretty American to do that, but so I'm gonna continue doing that tradition. But at the same time, Netflix, the ultimate swooper, is coming in and doing their own hot dog eating challenge with Joey Chestnut and what was the previous Asian that used to be really, really good?
Oh shit.
I can't remember his name, but they're doing a head-to-head matchup for hot dog eating contest.
Netflix is swooping in.
Netflix is the ultimate swooper. Like, if anything happens, like that could be a docuseries or a live event or a live roast, like Netflix is the first one there. They're just always like, swoop!
I love it. Hang on. Kobayashi.
Yes, Kobayashi.
All right. Yeah. I had to figure that out. Yeah, no, they do swoop. Well, no, it's just Netflix that just seizes opportunities to make money.
I mean, yeah, but they swoop.
They did swoop.
swoop.
They swooped in. Honestly, you know what? I'll watch the Netflix thing, and I won't watch the Nathan's hot dog eating contest.
Okay, boycott.
I am
Classic
boycotting.
boycott right there.
Boycotting.
All right, let's see. NHL real quick. I thought we were going to be talking about the Florida Panthers being Stanley Cup champions. We're not. This is what we wanted. We want the Edmonton Oilers back in Alberta. That's fine. We're good. Game 6. All right, so they needed to win Game 5. Game 5 was the most nerve-wracking one. Game 6 is in Edmonton. Hopefully that girl, Kate...
you got her name now.
Well, yeah, no, did you see she put out that video?
She did put that out, that
against,
video.
Like, talking about the haters?
I didn't go too much into it, but I guess I have a girlfriend, so, like, you know, I have to monitor.
Yeah, see, no, I don't. I don't. You
go full throttle.
You do have to monitor. All right, well, so I'll let you know. She made a video. It was basically her just, like, taking a selfie.
Oh, I'm aware.
Okay,
I'm aware of the
okay,
girl.
so you know.
I just didn't go that far in depth. If I'm going that far in depth into a girl, like, and my girlfriend just oversees it, then she's like, wait, what is going on here?
Especially a girl that showed her tits.
Yeah, because I can't really explain it any other way. I'm like, I couldn't be like, oh, she's a passionate sports fan. It's like, why would it be that? Oh, it's because she's showing her tits.
Yeah.
And that would get me in trouble.
She is a passionate Edmonton Oilers fan. Though.
Very, very passionate.
Yeah. No,
but that argument wouldn't have flown.
No, it would not have. Yeah, you're right.
Not with the girlfriend.
But no, she made a video and that's her name. She said it on the video, and she was basically just ragging on the haters. There's a lot of haters, which I don't understand why, because the only haters that you should probably have are gay dudes. And even gay dudes are like big women supporters. So
probably jealous females too.
Jealous females, okay.
It's probably the jealous females.
Because she had a nice rack.
She had a very nice rack.
Yeah. So yeah, she was just saying "fuck you" to all the haters. But yeah, no, let's go. We need a game 7. We need a game 7 before the fucking summertime comes.
So go back to Edmonton, see Kate. Have the Kate fan base over there. Maybe have her flash some more titties.
Yep.
And get inspired again. So then we can get a game 7.
Yeah, love it. Let's see, NFL real quick. Before we get to Trevor Lawrence contract, Bill Belichick has a 24-year-old girlfriend.
26, but yeah, equivalent.
Same thing. It's 26?
It's 26.
Okay. Regardless, they bonded over homework.
Homework?
Yeah. No, he helped her with her homework.
She's still in school?
Well, I guess she was back. It was back in like 2021, 2020.
Oh, so a little scandalous because she was a cheerleader for the New England Patriots.
Right. Yeah. And she was finishing out her degree or something. Good for Bill. He's 72 years old.
Oh well, yeah. Props to him.
Yeah, awesome. And he has no personality, so that just goes to show: just make a lot of money and be famous and successful, and you date a Patriots cheerleader that's a third of your age.
Just imagine the family encounter, like her bringing Bill Belichick to her dad, and being like,
when Bill,
"Hey, Dad, this is my boyfriend, Bill Belichick.
My boyfriend is also 20 years older than you."
More than 20, like 40 years.
Wait, no, her dad's probably like 50.
Her dad. Got it.
Her dad's probably like 56. Bill Belichick's 72.
Good Lord.
When your daughter's boyfriend is putting his hand on your shoulder, calling you son, that's when there's a bit of a problem with your family reunion.
Good gosh.
Oh, that's terrible. That makes me cringe just thinking about it.
It does.
That makes me cringe more than when Jason Tatum said we did it.
But hey, Bill Belichick is still winning.
He is winning.
He's still winning.
Even though he's not employed, he's still winning.
Yeah.
All right, let's get to the Trevor Lawrence contract.
Overpaid. A little segment from our...
we'll throw it back to our fantasy football podcast. Check it out if you haven't. We do an overpaid, underpaid, and that was an overpay.
That was a big overpaid.
It's a contract extension, 5-year, $275 million, $140 million guaranteed, $55 million per year. That ties Joe Burrow per year. So my initial thought was overpay. And I looked into it. Like, Trevor Lawrence kind of got the shit end of the stick with his first year with Urban Meyer.
Okay.
Because you remember how that shit show panned out. That was his rookie year.
Yeah, it was kind of a butt crack of a year.
Yeah, it was. He was an asshole.
He was. Urban Meyer was an asshole.
He was in the asshole.
Through and through.
Yes. Any way you want to describe it, he was asshole.
Yeah.
Urban Meyer is asshole.
Yeah.
Okay. Then he progressed his second year with Doug Peterson. And then he kind of plateaued. And he doesn't deserve... Well, he hasn't played well enough to deserve that type of money. He hasn't. Has he gone to a Super Bowl? No, he hasn't. I will say this: the trend for all of the quarterback contracts, they go in this direction. It's just one-upping the other.
Yeah.
So
props to him for having patience to like wait it out for the quarterback contracts.
And I think that's what Dak Prescott's trying to do, but I think he's waited too long.
He might have waited too long.
So here's the thing.
He really needs to wait until before he goes to the playoffs to do a contract extension.
So Joe Flacco was the highest paid player in the league when he got
remember that.
Got his.
Yep.
Matt Stafford was the highest paid player. Derek Carr, Jimmy Garoppolo, they were all
Derek Carr.
Yes, they were all the highest paid when he was at Oakland.
Yep.
They were all the highest paid players in the league at the time. Mm-hmm. It's just how it works. Deshaun Watson, Kyler Murray, Jalen Hurts, Lamar Jackson, Justin Herbert, Burrow, Lawrence. It's just how the quarterback contracts work.
Yeah.
That's just how they work. I don't understand it. I don't necessarily agree with it, but the Jacksonville Jaguars are literally putting all their stock in Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah, they are. But it is interesting. But it's funny. The funny thing is like when you're that quarterback, that makes the owners actually discuss about doing a salary cap on quarterback contracts. That's pretty tough.
Oh, that's bad.
That's bad.
It's a bad look.
That's a bad look.
That's a bad look. I didn't know that.
Yeah. Apparently, it's pretty recent. Is it like this was today?
Ooh.
Where this discussion was happening.
They're putting salary caps on quarterbacks.
They haven't. It's not been approved, but they're in discussion of possibly putting salary caps on quarterbacks.
Is this like a league-wide thing?
Yeah, they would want to do it. It would definitely be a league-wide thing if they were to do it. But yeah. But
why would it? I don't understand how that would work though. The whole salary cap is based on the CPA, so the CPA's agreement with the NFL that's based off of revenue. How would they?
Assuming it's a limit of what you can put. Similar to like a max deal for like the NBA. Like you can give a player a max, but you can't go higher than that max.
But you can go like a super max, right?
I mean, you can do a super max, but they have to qualify for a super max.
Okay, got it.
So,
actually,
like,
that's not a
something
bad
like that.
That's not a bad idea. That's not a bad idea because these contracts are getting to NBA type of.
They're getting pretty ridiculous.
They're getting big. These are like baseball contracts.
Yeah,
they're wild.
And like you said, I mean, a lot of those quarterbacks, even when they were the highest paid quarterbacks, they weren't really deserving of being the highest paid quarterback.
Right. It was that's just the way these quarterback contracts work. Like,
yeah,
that's how it goes. Yeah, good for Trevor Lawrence, I guess.
140. Yeah, good
for him. Fuck. Excuse me. Hey, one more. Yeah, good for Trevor Lawrence, I guess. I'm not too worried about it. They're in the AFC. Saints look good in minicamp. I know that.
Not too bad.
They look good in minicamp, but
a lot of rave reviews about Clint Kubiak.
Yeah. Let's see. Let's get to college baseball, dude. College baseball is my favorite fucking thing of all time. It not my favorite thing. This is all Hang on.
It's the greatest show on dirt. Greatest show on the dirt.
Greatest show on dirt. I agree. It's the amount of walk-offs in the first round. Did you see that?
Mm-hmm.
The Kentucky NC State game, the Tennessee versus Florida State game. Florida State was up by like three runs.
Yep.
In the bottom of the ninth.
Mm-hmm.
Tennessee came back. Dude, there was 5 games so far in this College World Series that were determined by 1 point.
That's insane.
Or 1 run.
Yeah.
1 run. Dude, college baseball, like I believe it's growing, but it's gonna get to the point where like it'll become nationwide news. Like,
yeah.
It's not right now, but this shit is so fucking fun.
Yeah.
So much fun, dude. And there's so many variables. There's so many different ways the game can go. Like it doesn't matter if a team is up 9-4 in the 7th inning. the game's not over.
Mm-hmm.
The game's not over. And I think that's the beauty of college sports in general, but mostly baseball.
Yeah.
Like, you just, I don't know. Sometimes the pros, they're too perfect.
I was about to say, the pros just are like, if you got a good pitcher that's on the mound, he's probably going to just, like, be lights out and just, like, put up a goose egg for the other team.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It just with college, you may have a pitcher that just has an off day, or you just have a couple of errors that you just typically wouldn't see in the professional level. It really is spectacular.
Yeah, and we were watching the regionals and the super regionals. LSU had some walk-offs.
Yep.
Like LSU had some walk-offs. Like, there's nothing better. It's like watching overtime hockey in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
It's like whoever scores. Like, it's such a fast game. Like, whoever scores. With baseball, it's like you can strike this guy out, or he can hit a 2-run homer.
Yep.
And the game would be over either way. It's wild. It's like a split second, and the game's over. Your emotions go from high to low, low to high. It doesn't matter. It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
What also is unbelievable is we're going to have an SEC final.
Second year in a row.
Second year in a row, yeah.
Because we had LSU, Florida last year.
No, we had LSU, Wake Forest last year.
LSU, Florida. In the finals?
No, I thought it was...
No, LSU, Florida. Because remember, Florida kicked our ass in game 2. And then we kicked their ass in game 3.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. I thought it was Wake Forest.
So we played Wake Forest leading up into the finals.
Oh, we had to play like Wake Forest twice because we lost to them the first time and beat them the second time.
Exactly.
Right. That's right. Yeah. No, second time. There was only SEC and ACC teams.
Basically, yeah.
No, not basically. I think
actually,
there was only ACC and SEC teams. I do kind of miss when like the Long Beach or the South Alabamas or the Coastal Carolinas,
little small schools.
Yeah, I miss the little small schools being in there. I think they'll get back. They'll get back, but SEC is just a little bit of a powerhouse. They had 3 of the Final Fours. They got a game going on right now between Florida and
Texas
A&M. It's just it's so much fun. I love it.
Yeah,
I think
it's a good time.
I'm gonna go ahead, no matter who wins out of that, out of Texas A&M, Florida. I think I'm gonna pick Tennessee. It's Tennessee's year.
I think it's Tennessee's years as well. But what the real question is what is the score right now? What's the score that actually matters?
The Jello shots.
So right now, Tennessee is leading 11,592. And then Texas A&M is a close second at 10,230.
Oh, this is good.
And they've said for the last 5, I want to say, championships, that whoever wins this Jello Shots challenge at Rocco's bar actually goes on to win the College World Series.
Wait, how many years?
I think it's the last 5, if they were saying.
The last 5 years? No way.
Let me see. It's this page.
I mean, LSU, they it's not even going to be close.
Well, the 68,882 is never going to be broken.
Was it? I thought it was 69,000.
It could have been.
It was definitely 69,000. I remember it because I'm a single horny dude, and 69 always sticks in my brain.
It sticks in your brain. Yes, yes.
100%.
Okay, let me see.
Look at the Roccos. Look at it. Let's see. What is it?
Yeah. Oh, never mind. The last 3 champions. Last 3
champions?
Yes.
Okay, well, this will be number 4, right?
This would be Tennessee.
If Tennessee wins it, okay.
That was the top comment. It was 68,888.
68,88. Oh, gotcha. Okay.
For LSU's.
Yeah, well, no, it was 69. But anyways, 69. College baseball, unbelievable. Love it. Fucking love it. All right, you got anything else?
That's about it.
Okay. Real quick, Conor McGregor fight canceled. Shocker.
Yeah, it kind of is a shocker.
It's not.
It's not a shocker.
No, it's not. He was in the club like a couple weeks ago on Molly, fucked up out of his mind.
Yeah. But that's classic Conor.
Yeah, but like I kind of wanted to see him fight.
Yeah, we need to see him fight again. We need him to. He needs to let out that energy in the octagon.
Right, but he's just partying now because he's got so much fucking money.
Well, he's a celeb status. He's celeb status now.
Well, did you see Roadhouse?
I didn't get the chance to see it.
Watch the new Roadhouse. I mean, it's cheesy as fuck, but it's awesome.
It's good.
It's just honestly, Conor McGregor didn't even have to act. He just acted. He just was himself, and
Just was himself.
It was incredible. I mean, Jake Gyllenhaal, one of the better actors of all time. It was a great movie. It was a great movie.
Yeah.
Let's see. Last thing I have, Les Miles suing LSU.
It's kind of funny.
It is kind of funny. It's a little funny. You got to laugh at it.
Yeah. But yeah, suing him because of the vacated wins. That's hurting his chances for the Hall of Fame. So you have to have like over 60% wins.
That's what it was. It's 60% wins in the 23 games they vacated. I don't know why they vacated them.
Recruiting violations.
Recruiting violations. Okay, they vacated. All right. So wait, was it him?
He was the head coach at that time.
So it's gonna be all on him, right?
Yeah, I don't understand what case he has.
Well, I think what he did was he just talked to some lawyers, and they're like, "We can build a case, and you might win." So
maybe
I don't know. I don't know. What does he get a lot of money getting into the College Football Hall of Fame? Is this like an ego thing here?
I think it's an ego thing.
It seems like a fucking ego thing.
Yeah, it's very much an ego thing.
Yeah. So, what's he? But like, on what grounds is he suing LSU?
To not have vacate wins as a punishment.
Yeah, but like, what?
Because it was self-induced. It was a self-inflicted vacate of wins to try to, I guess, harsh down or kind of lower down the punishments from the NCAA.
Oh, so he's trying to get the NCAA to okay. All right. I still don't get it. I just thought it was funny.
Yeah. I have heard that there is a counter lawsuit against Les Miles by the LSU fans.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Because of the use of Jarvis Landry, Zach Mettenberger, and Odell Beckham Jr. in an offense ran through the I formation. Obviously, that's not true, but
no, in my head, it's gonna be true.
We should just petition, or just do it ourselves.
Yeah.
That was terrible. We should have never watched an offense that was that talented.
Good Lord.
I'm pretty sure Jeremy Hill was the running back too.
He was.
Yeah.
That was one of the better LSU teams that we've had, like talent-wise. Like if you
at least during the Les Miles era.
Too. Yes. Yeah. Correct.
Especially offensively.
Yeah. Oh boy. Or the Mad Hatter. He strikes again.
Strikes again.
You got anything else, bro?
That's about it.
All right, let's get the fuck out of here. Let's see. Next week, we normally take our break after the NBA Finals?
Yeah, I think there's a dead period in sports during July.
There's nothing going on.
So,
but we are going to have some special guests come in. We're going to do a fantasy football preview because, I mean, you can never not talk about football enough, right?
Exactly. We got to get ourselves prepped.
So I think we're going to take off next week, and then maybe the week after that, because it's 4th of July, we're going to come back after 4th of July. I'd say July 9th. July 9th will probably be the next time we record.
Yeah, I think so.
Unless you want to do something quick.
We may do something next week. We may do the July 9th.
Okay. Bank on July 9th, but there could be something coming on June 25th.
Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right. Love y'all.
Later.